lights are a little bright, so if I squint, I apologize. So I started coming to McLean a number of years ago, but I didn't start serving until about 2 years ago. I'm a consultant for a living. I travel Monday through Thursday, so anything during the week is really hard for me to make, obviously being out of the DC area. So that's kind of what I do for a living. I help companies with their HR and people issues.
Okay, and what did you start doing when you started working here?
Yeah.
Why did you start working?
Well, that's the more accurate question, because I, for a long time, got hung up on what community meant. So I traveled. So community is in Monday through Wednesday usually for folks with small groups. And Lon preached on service, and it really struck me. And he was like, "Why can't service be your community?" And I sat there going, "I don't know why service can't be my community," and was really convicted by that. And so then I went out to the front desk in the lobby, and I was like, "Okay, so I don't know how this is going to work. My schedule is rough, but I think I can do 3 or 4 Sundays." And they were like, "We will make it work." And I was like, "Okay, let's try this." And through the course of my time in serving, and I serve at KidsQuest, it became an every Sunday activity, and I've followed my kids for the last couple of years. So it's been a huge blessing in my life.
Yeah, I know that's a lot of your stories, lives, those of you who worked with kids. It really is life-altering, not only for them, but for you. So how has this impacted your life by doing this?
So I went to KidsQuest thinking I was going to be a teacher. I coached, when I was younger in college, a neighborhood swim team, so I was fairly familiar with kids and keeping them in line. And yeah, I know parents in the audience are totally relating to that. So I basically went, and I was like, okay, I'm going to teach, and I'm going to be the teacher to impart a bunch of knowledge, and I'll be able to help them. And God was like, "You're not a teacher, you're a discipler." And when I think about the Great Commission, I've always thought of it as like evangelistic, it's missions related. And if you read it, it says, "Make disciples of all the nations." And then it follows very quickly and says, "Teaching them my commands." And I've always thought that was the teacher teaching. And what I didn't realize and what God convicted me was 2 things. One, I'm discipling those kids, I'm not teaching them. I'm a part of their life journey in partnership with their parents. The second thing that hit me was that I'm learning so much more in being the teacher and God humbling me in my own journey and being able to articulate it to other people. Because I don't know about you guys, I sat in the audience feeling very assured of my faith, but until I had to teach 4th graders who just have some doozy of the questions. That you really start to wrestle with it. They made me grow in miraculous ways.
Right. I think that when I've served, I found like it's not only what happens in their lives, but also I'm learning, I'm growing, and God's using it in my life to see Him answer our prayers and just some wonderful things. So, I mean, do 4th and 5th grade boys listen? Do they listen? Can they learn anything?
When they're not standing on the chairs or running around the room, they have an amazing ability to absorb information. And it's just like in your small groups, it's just like when you've had teachers, it's all about trust and relationship. And so, first, my relationship with God and setting aside time and making more diligent on quiet times and all those things that allow us to have that relationship. And then I was able to have it with them, and God worked through me. It was just absolutely miraculous. And
so how did you see it impact them? Like, how did you see their little lives change?
Well, so it's so funny. So bless all the teachers that are nursery through 3rd grade, because they do a wonderful job. And I had 4th graders who knew the Bible. They understood it in many ways better stories than I did, but they never knew how to internalize it, and they never knew how to share it. So one of the cool things we did is we did like a little mock sharing of the gospel. So they were on a baseball team, and one of the kids was like the Christian baseball player, and then one of the other kids mocked being like a baseball player who believed in Buddhism. So we did this like freeze-frame scene where the kids would like act something out, and somebody in the audience would yell freeze and like coach them on what to say, and it was amazing. And the kids afterwards were like, "This is hard. That's why we're practicing."
I think adults, we need one of those baseball games.
Yes.
Learn a lot from them.
It was funny, the teachers afterwards, we all did our own baseball game and actually took the lessons the kid taught me for ourselves.
That's good. Well, I think what we learned from you is that in serving God, He can really do a lot in your life as well. And that's something Lon wants me to communicate to you, how important it is that you're not only just going to community and going to service, but that God's really using you to serve. And He asked me to really communicate that, for you to think about, where is it that God wants me to be? It's not really an option. It's something that God calls each of us to do, is to serve Him. So let's thank Jason for his great service.